Hey, Gremlin here with Hunter. There you go.
Yeah, I'll be in a minute.
Yeah, officially you're in on my end. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Um, I'm trying to think if... Did I mention doing the extra rubber at Western Oil last time, or was that after? Usually I try to delete little notes, like, as soon as I mention that I've done something, but I can just go over there and point it. I don't think we talked about it. Because we were running out of rubber pretty hard. Let's get that done first. Hang on a sec. Alright, so over here, because we're making rubber at the initial primary, whatever you call it, our first oil field, which is way the hell to the east. But because we have this going on, and we still need to work on, the whole point here was to have these fuel burners do anything for us, and we've got like 4 of them, so we could expand on that sometime. But because we're not otherwise terribly busy around here, apart from a couple little projects, we're doing a lot of, that's importing iron for reasons. We have basically excess oil, so, did I get these colored right? You told me once that something was 7.
It looks right, yeah.
These things, I added some. So, I added more. This is sending home rubber in a drone now that's coming from here, which is coming from, around. In setting it up, I discovered that, let me just have this. There's a couple of ways to do this with what we have to work with. That is certainly one of them. I'm trying to think exactly what... One of these or the other is... We were doing the wrong one, essentially. We were producing more of the residue than... Because there's alternate ways to do it. The point is, I switched it, and we're now making more... This is the wrong thing. It's not even what I'm looking for. Is it this guy? It probably is. Yeah. So if we want... I could have done it from where I was, but if we wanted... Let's see. One of these... I can't figure out what I'm supposed to be looking... Give me this and just tell me what I could be talking about. One of these makes plastic and a bunch of residue. Some residue. This makes rubber and some residue. And the point is, there was a different way of doing it if I looked at recipes, but I just don't want to break whatever I've got. So we're doing this one. We were doing the other one. And the difference is that now we're making more plastic, ultimately, because resin becomes plastic, than fluid, which means we're staying ahead of, because somewhere around here we're packaging, is it that guy, probably? We're packaging this stuff and just throwing it into the ticket mulcher over here, because it's, until we do more with fuel and whatever, we're just, where the hell is the ticket mulcher? There it is. It was jamming up because we were running out of the resin to turn into plastic, to turn into containers, to turn into packaged fluid to get rid of, and it broke. Anyway, we're now making significantly more. I have 2 of these doing this, so getting a bit of residue, which of course is getting packaged in mulch. Otherwise, we're getting 8. We're getting 200 rubber a minute, essentially. And those are going here and droning home, and that's how that works. I don't think I've mentioned that. I don't remember going through all that, so that's what's going on with that. Which means I can probably just get rid of this note now so I don't do this like a 3rd time. Otherwise, we, last time we did the, kind of ingot storage deal, the smaller, simpler storage system. That's working out well enough that I've actually added some stuff. I guess it's going to take me a sec to get there. Hang on a minute. Watching trees pop into view reminds me. So today is Wednesday, but it's 1 in the morning. Today, while I was awake, Unreal Engine, this is made in Unreal Engine. It's fundamentally Unreal 4, I want to say, overall. But they, around the time they kicked up to 1.0, which we're in still, they started including elements of Unreal 5. We're still getting a lot of LOD pop-ins, so I don't think that they're relying on nanite very hard, but they did add lumen and whatever, so.
Yeah, it was
Anyway,
one of the updates before 1.
yeah, well, yeah, it's in the last year or so. Unreal 5 came out like 3 years ago now. And today, earlier, before I, not too long ago, they threw out, they've been talking about Unreal 5.6 for, I don't know, a couple months at least. And it's funny because I was just wondering when that was going to happen. I checked and there was every indication they were thinking November. Fine. So, we're dealing with 5.5.4, which is good. I mean, there's a lot to say about Unreal, not all of it good, and the more they play with it, the weirder it gets, but there's stuff popping in the distance, you can see it happening. But as it happens, I was playing with something in general, and had to, like, restart the Epic Games, or the thing that launches Unreal, ultimately. And as soon as I restarted it, there was an update for 5.6, the beta version that we've been able to play with for a few weeks. And the update turned out to be 5.6, like, a few minutes before the keynote thing that they also had today, which went on for enough hours. I haven't watched all of it yet, but there's a lot of cool stuff coming, including, on the topic of trees popping, and we don't have it yet, 5.7, which probably is November, maybe later, is going to rework Nanite. Nanite is, I guess I've got a minute while I'm flying. So, to explain this, we have to go back to about 1997. And not because Unreal was around, though it was. Also, that's when the first Fallout game came out. It looked like Age of Mythology a little. So, CG for making films, most notably, probably for any film anyone's ever heard of, would be like Godzilla, when Centropolis made that thing in 1998. They use soft image. Although some will tell you they use soft image because they're silly. It's soft image. It's dead. It doesn't matter what it was called. It went away. It went away because it was like $50,000 to buy the software and, have it. I used it once. It wasn't mine. I used it at a computer store where I did buy stuff, but I got, I think it was on SGI. It might have been Deck Alpha. I don't remember offhand. They introduced back then this level of detail neatness that allowed for, if you had a bunch of polygons in the distance where they would just murder your computer, whether it's what I'm using or, well, this is better than what we had, but this is better than the SGIs back then. It would throw in a kind of lesser model that from a distance you wouldn't know it wasn't the real one, and you got closer and it would sort of update kind of well. You'd have to do some clever jumping or editing in post to not have it jump around like you've seen it in video games. And then that's been incorporated into Unreal Engine as a video game thing for the last 20 years. So I added this thing because we're full on iron and copper ingots already. That's full. That's full, but I don't want to not send them here because then what am I going to do with them? So they just, as they loop around, anything undefined goes through, and these two, we're actually almost to the point that we probably have about 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes of concrete left before we have to care about that. Anyway, Nanite does the LOD thing, level of detail, but it does it better. And it basically, you can look at can't do it in this right now, but you can look at the triangulation of polygonal elements and see that as you get closer, they update and fracture and stuff. And that works with like this, that, any real object that's just an object. And then we kind of got it working with characters. So if I could, well, wherever you are, I could see you walking around. Where are you?
I'm at the sorting system.
Well, that's a large place.
I'm coming back to the put stuff in here box.
Yeah, so if you landed and weren't just a sprite that didn't do anything, yeah, where you're walking around, we've got it. I don't know if it's working. I doubt it's in this game, but it could be. As you move, as your skin stretches on bones and a whole big bunch of stuff, that actually has nanite now. potentially, like it. So you have the same level of detail that's essentially invisible changes. But what we can't yet do is trees, because trees are a hell of a lot of, well, these are probably cards, but they're a hell of a lot of polygons. And they move in the breeze, and it's a whole big thing. And it's not ready yet, so it's going to get bumped to Unreal 5.7. But the way they're going to do nanite with trees is different, where as you get close to a tree, you see all that. This is cards. There's no way it's not. Yeah, I can tell it's cards. It means flat things, but they're arranged in a perspective that you can see. It looks three-dimensional, even though it's not. The nanite element of this is going to be basically Minecraft. It's like little voxels, really little, like pixel-sized bits that as you go away from the thing, they yeah, you can almost see. I can see, but I know what I'm looking for. That the level of detail is changing a smidge as we move around. It gets better as we get closer. It's done really well. It's pretty close to invisible, but I know what it is, and it's not the new thing. So yeah, it's going to be a kind of a voxel-based, like if you had a bunch of stuff in Minecraft where you look around and you see a big mountain somewhere, but it's made of cubes. You can't really look at the cubes individually. You can kind of see them, but they're not important. So like the texturing on them, Minecraft is a special case. It's a whole new engine that, it's not even an engine, it's just they made it for that and nothing else. Microsoft bought it to get the engine. I don't know what they ever did with it. So yeah, trees, if
Made a ton of money from Minecraft?
well, yeah, also that. Well, I mean, it's kind of what's going on with Unreal in a sense. They've got Fortnite going on. They're making billions of dollars off people buying skins and little dances and things, and therefore everything else Epic does is basically have this for free. We're full of money and we don't know what to do. We don't want it. Whatever version comes out after Unreal 5.7, I suppose we could see trees get kicked up to that voxel level of detail new version of nanite thing, which would be, it doesn't really matter. It'll still look about, well, probably look about like this. To normal people, it would look like trees, and you get closer and they're still trees. To people who know a little about CG and have been doing this since literally the 70s. Arguably, I started playing with CG in, I would say 1977. But anyway, CG is it's so complicated a term, most people misspell it as CGI. Or at this point, AI. They don't know what they mean. They just make noises and want credit for having thought of stuff. Anyway.
I'm gonna go look at the water.
It could be the water?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how hard I looked at it. The waterfall.
What? Oh, that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's still a pop-in. It's a thing.
I'm trying to remember if it's changed from that one tutorial I ran through that.
Probably not a lot. It's still essentially Unreal 4, which wasn't, in a lot of ways, Unreal 4 was better than 5 is, because we're still making 5, you know, it's not entirely ready. We'll have it ready about the time 6 comes out, you know how that goes. Anyway, so we have a couple of these types of things which are just full. We're really low on steel, I don't know why. I'm just not getting it as fast as anything else. Concrete is actively filling up. It's probably given us half a box of this stuff since no, maybe not. But it's going to happen sometime soon. The others are trickling in as they do, whatever they are. There's signs to tell me these things. Reanimated Sam. We are getting a lot, but I doubt we're getting enough that is really very full. Wherever it is way the hell... Yeah, there's some way up there, yeah. So that we're good on, we're not running out of time there. And when we do, I just add a programmable splitter option to throw whatever the concrete will be next. I can just about promise. So anyway, that's all stuff that we did in the downtime, including watched the next version of Unreal, and it's really cool. My issue with Unreal 5.6 right now is that nothing works. Like, it works fine, but all of my plugins and various assets and whatever are just kind of like, what have you done to me? I don't know what this is for. So I'm back to basically just unwrapping a absolute freeware version of video game CG software stuff. And it's really not ready to use for my purposes yet, but whatever.
I can see where it's still the Unreal 4, but it looks better than
this. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It looked, and they did clean it up with. They added the whole perimeter mountains, which I've seen from a distance, or actually less of a distance. This thing is huge. I would not be shocked if it turned out this whole map was like 100 kilometers wide. Probably it's more like 20, but it looks huge if you get out far enough to see it. I saw a video where someone got launched out of the damn map entirely with a tube thing, and it's huge.
Yeah,
It's very
sometimes
large.
I wonder about map sizes in video games and if they're
Yeah.
not like somehow fluffing the numbers a little,
What do you mean?
faking them. Because
Oh, there's a lot of fakery. Everything you're looking at is fakery, doubtlessly.
yeah, but I mean, just they're somehow doing some sort of secret conversion calculation to make it real numbers when it's really
Oh, yeah, that too.
nothing.
Yeah, you look at like New Vegas, and New Vegas is a map that exists in the real world. You can go look at it right now. You find Good Springs. It's around.
Yeah, I've seen the map.
The video game is not that big. There are maps that look that it takes you an hour to walk across them with all the stuff you have to deal with, and it turns out they're like 500 meters wide. There are teensy maps. They're not Bethesda, they suck. Obsidian are really good. They make Outer Worlds now, I think. At that sort of thing. But the Bethesda mostly are like they outsource doing anything good and then add stuff to break games every time they can.
I think mostly they're really good at re-releasing Skyrim.
That is an element of it, yeah. Anyway,
Someday, maybe I'll,
Maybe
break down and own a fridge that can play Skyrim. No, I won't. I will not.
Let's not.
I
I think
will
my
not.
smartwatch will play Doom. I don't really know.
Well, everything will play Doom.
I know.
It's like a rite of passage. You finish whatever you're doing and then find something with a screen and see if you can put Doom on it.
Yeah.
And the answer is yes. I think you can make a potato play Doom as long as you find a screen that'll run off of it.
I don't know. I think I tried that on Portal 2 once.
And it
So,
works.
it works, yeah. So, that all aside, we are generally in the process, otherwise, because we have various machines, obviously, at Satisfactory, we would have machines doing things. I plugged already plastic into this because I'm kind of thinking towards something. There were things, let me get down to where I know one thing is. There are things we could be building, whether we need them or not, but just as a matter of completionism or something. AI limiters, we are not empty on, but we're empty adjacent. There's some. So we have these, but when we use them up, they're gone. So first of all, we could probably make those, and those are relatively simple. There's a couple ways. Copper, which I don't necessarily want to import, just because it jams up the line. But we already have plastic coming in, and we have quick wire. Let's quick wire either way.
Why would we have to import copper?
I don't know. It seems like we should. Do we have copper happening around here?
I don't know if we have it happening, but we have copper around here.
Yeah, no, you're right. We are importing copper. I know because I just showed it. We just filled up on it. We do have the, yeah, I can do that. It doesn't matter what we use. Plastic's fine. I wasn't using for anything else in that line of stuff. But we do have over there is a drone port that theoretically is, okay, I'm falling, is bringing in copper, which means that thing is hovering full of copper because I told it to stop. We're get close. There it is. 900 copper in that guy. This is shut down so he can't land and bother us with copper, but there's some copper. There's all this Remisy stuff, Fixmas.
I'm following some copper ingots right now.
Well, we have them right here. If I want copper, I just flip a switch. This will give us copper until we wish we hadn't flipped the switch. Comes in really fast.
Where the...
What?
No, okay, so it's feeding into this thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Do you remember way back when we first started how there was a node of copper right here?
Yeah, there's one over here. It's kind of on this. It's right there. I can see it from here.
And I'm trying to follow where those ingots are going.
Oh, actually, right now they're going into the ticket mulcher, ultimately. They're going to the news. I forgot I left this on. Good point. I'll turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah, this is pulling out... Well, or we could use it, but whatever. Let me just turn it off for now because I know it's on. That is adding to our whole mess of... Yeah, this ultimately goes into the basic sorting system. I'll show you. It goes like this. I didn't record doing this, so you might not have known. Goes up here, combines with whatever else is coming up here. It's all fix-it stuff. It ends up over here, and then probably goes up for a sec for whatever reason, just so it connects with something, I suppose. This goes, whoa, I went down. This just flips up here, and then, yeah, it goes into here, goes into the sorting system, but again, this is copper, it's just all of it. That takes the copper that I was just making for no good reason and throws it in there to... We don't need the tickets, really, we have thousands, but the rest are all online in the cloud. We're full on those. Anyway, yeah, we could use that if we wanted to. I guess it's a method I could go take out. I was just going to use plastics. We have.
Yeah, that's.
I forgot that we could just make copper sheeting real fast. It just didn't occur to me.
Yeah, I just.
Circuit boards I started importing again. They're on the line.
I would just. I knew that the copper was also here, and
no, it is. I just didn't consider that.
then I
was thinking it was copper sheets, and we have a lot of copper sheets. We were importing them from the oil fields. Not that they're related to oil, but there's a copper node there, so that's what I was doing. We're using them in something to make something. Let's ditch these because I don't need them on me right now.
And then, of course, I had to follow the line as it got entangled in a mass of spaghetti, and...
Right. If, well, so we're talking, give me the AI thing. Where is it? Mouse, please? Okay. Yeah, we can use copper sheeting, which basically is... made in a constructor, no big deal. Apparently a refinery too, but we're not doing that. I'll put the sheets, mix it with quick wire, which I just recently shut down because we're pretty full on it. I could turn it back on again, it's right here. So if we, do we have a good way to do that? I guess I could just set up a smart splitter of some kind. What is this about? What is that thing? Merger. Why is there... I guess there used to be something merging on it. Doesn't yeah, if we... That one goes directly into here, so I got it, and there's some in there, in fact. I would have to... That merger is dumb. I don't want it there. It's just... It doesn't help us. There's nothing happening except that it's in my room. If I do this, I'll just do it. It's easier to do it than to explain it. Get that placed maybe there. Set up. I guess let's go any undefined for a sec because again we're pretty full on quick wire. But if we sent quick wire over to the side here and then just throw that out. Straight mode does not like being straight. If there's nothing to connect to. I don't know why. It's so weird. Stay there for... That's going to be... Well, there isn't any quick wire. Did I turn that on? Turn that on. That'll start messing with... Yeah, that'll be fun. It's going to jam up here in a sec because... What the hell... Yeah, quick wire. Give me a box to contain this stuff real quick. So just so we don't have the problem I'm anticipating. Lose that because it's a stupid looking thing. Connect that. That goes in there now. We'll get back to that. Over here we've got copper I could turn back on and then just what's coming down this thing? I thought I turned it off. Oh, it's probably full of... Yeah. There's going to be a bit of... Oh, more than a bit. There's a whole... I turned off the mine, but this is full of ores. Yeah, fine. Turn this back on. And that's okay because it's just getting burned. If we go... I guess... Where did I just put that box? Over there. Okay. Oh, we're going to snake right past where we do startup. It's fine. Give me a splitter. Doesn't need to be a splitter, but, you know, let me... Damn it. Give me this. Oh, wait, we're not ready for this. What the hell am I... Let's go this way. This will make the most sense. Let me just set this down so I can... Okay. Let me try it. This... Why the heck... Can I can't do anything with this. It's just... It's that... It's... Just to the side of the line. It'll be fine. If I throw in a splitter, I can use that to move this thing. And then get that, and then put this Yeah, huh? Okay, apparently get out of straight mode because you're not straight. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. That is a basic splitter. So now if I lose this, we'll stop throwing copper into the system and breaking. It's not breaking anything, but it's a hassle. That's now happening. It's storing up over here. If I got another box to contain this stuff, we get this stuff. And it can just go right there, I think. Connect so it stores up. Alright, so then we just need a quick... That's the... Yeah. Need a quick constructor. I think it's a constructor. It must be, right? To make cheating. What else could it
I think
possibly
so,
be?
yeah.
Well, let's just set this down in a way that does us any good. Connect a line to get the ingots. Plug this. I hope I'm right about this. Plug this into that. Find out if I'm right. Do you make copper sheeting for me? Make that. And why is there no power? I thought I hooked it up. I guess I didn't. It's weird. Hook that up. That'll give us sheeting. That's already quick wire. And we want an AI thing, which we still have focused. Where is the mouse? This is going to be an assembler. I thought so. So, pretty much anywhere, we just throw down an assembler. Get... I gotta think about where I want this to go in the end. What is up here? How weird would it be if I just snaked up a line and sent it... I can make that work, yeah. I'll figure it out. So, this being here, we'll just set this down... like... here. Well, let's just turn it. I'll have room to do the other thing, it's fine. Throw that right there, hook up, and now go straight, because that's weird looking. That needs to be powered, so let's make that happen. And tell it to make limiters, if I can find those now. Not plastic, this one. That's, and we can overclock these whenever we want, it's later. Let's take that out of there. Can I just reach? Oh, nuts. Let's annihilate that because I didn't think about the way this was going to work. Put that there. Put that very near. What's that going to... That's getting crowded. Take it out of here first. Put it about there and then snap that there, and that's going to make that. Oh, and the reason I was thinking... Let me see that again. It's not just about the limiters. But we can do a whole thing to make... We can store the... Let's just store these for now, and then I'll show you what the next step is. Because there's something I'm actually aiming for with this. But the issue is that we're not as full on AI limiters as I would want to be to make this happen. So we'll start with throwing these into... I can't see that thing now. Get up and try to get this right. Do like that. Do... Take this just over here. However far I can... Is that a... That's an input. I gotta find a spot that I can plug this out over there, maybe. Just go. It doesn't really matter as long as I don't lose track of where I'm trying to go. We can go this way. I wouldn't hate being a little close to the line, so about like... I guess there's room there if I have to peel. That's just a... That's a smart splitter, I'm sure. Yeah, it's gotta be, because it's using plastic. It's pulling plastic out to make something. Bring this to... to here-ish, because this is open enough to have this. Throw this on to lift it up to there, and we'll just go like that, and then throw a simple line. That should throw... Probably already happened, I just didn't see it because it was building itself. That should be happening. We could actually overclock these anytime just to kick up the amount we're getting, because I know we don't have anywhere near as many limiters as we'd like. Is this going to be an issue? We're making 10 a minute. What do you want? It wants 25 minutes. So first of all, we want to kick up. Give me those and that. No. No. That. Get in there with those. In there with, that's full. Kick that up so we're making 50 a minute, which is twice what we need for now. But if we kick this up to that, we're going to want... That's perfect. And then double the output because we can. And how's... This is just... This is already doing what it's doing, which is making quick wire, right? That's fine. So now we should be making scads of AI limiters. They just go into the system. And once they're in this, and there will be. That's going over there, and it's doing that. Nah. System's actually... Let's just... Where is this here? I just saw one go in, yeah. So right there is 83, 85. Yeah, that's happening. Now what I don't happen to know is where exactly... Okay, so this is... No, it's because you added a bunch of floors, so I don't know where it is. It's fine, it's just I have to think harder than usual. It's got to be that one, right? If I see one go by, I'll be... It's the second one in, it's got to be... Mm-hmm. So we just patch this into here, that'll start... We're getting two at once, there's one, yeah, I figured. Okay, that's going to go through and then cycle because it does that the way it's built. But if we do a... presumably it'll be a... We have room here a little. If we store up... Just put this wherever I have room for it, really. Yeah, there's a machine there, so let's put that there. What I want to work on, actually, is these. I don't know exactly what we want these for, because we don't have any... We're not using them in anything, but we have, like, less than a stack in the world, I think. Let me check. Yeah, we have 89. We don't even have a full stack of 100. So, doing that is going to be like a an assembler again, so that's easy enough. And stator, well, either stators or connectors. We're making connectors, we're using them in the bullets, but I don't think we're doing anything to send them here, so we do have stators happening now. Because one of these things over here is making them this, maybe. Rotors, stators. Surprisingly, they are not actually going anywhere to be stored. We're getting those from somewhere, though, right?
I assume so.
No, I know we are. I've seen... I don't know. I'm pretty sure we are. I'm going to go find out. Hang on. That's where they're going. I don't know how many we have or if we're getting more of them. There's some... There's... Okay, yeah, so we have that many in there. Oh, let me pause this and see if it jumps up a number. That is really not moving, so my first thought is that we're just not... It seems like I've seen them in the sorting system, but they might have just been left over. I don't know where they'd be... I can look for... It seems like we should have had at least one happen in the time I was staring at them. See if there's something making... I'm trying to think what would be making... Why would we be doing that? That's casing, that's plates, that's... How do you even make a stator, actually?
I thought it was like wire and those pipes.
Yeah, but in like, it's an assembler thing, so it's not going to be here. It's an assembler. It's shut down, by the way. I don't see an assembler that I would blame for stators right now. We might not be doing it. That... Oh, well, you're doing it there. Okay, what is this guy doing? Besides being out of rotors. And that's just doing... Okay, give me... Lose that. Give me that. Do... I can't see. Do that. Plug it in. Plug it in. Do we have any... Oh, yeah. Before I do this, go ahead and... Where is it? Copy settings, I think, might work. I don't care. I could just do this. Stator paste settings, does that make a difference? Making motors, that's what I want to pick up the... What the heck? Oh, wow, it really copied them. It, like, sneaked stuff out to make... That's cool, I didn't know that happened. Lose this, because now it's in my way. Lose that, because it's ugly. Lose that for a similar reason. Punch. Uh-oh. Apparently I did that very stupidly. Give me an assembler. Line it up with where I want it. You go over there somewhere. What am I wrong about? Why isn't this working? What the hell is... That really didn't want to work. I don't know why. That is motors going into somewhere. This is these going there now that I have room for it. That is going to go there. And that's fine. That's going to be plugged in after all. And see if I can still paste the settings. Okay, yeah, that just did that. That's cool. That's good, and then we have surplus stators, kind of. We seem to be low on something. Not terrible. I just went there. That's meant to be. I'll get to that. If we had another assembler, then that's what I need for this. Put this about like this. Maybe move that since I don't really know where it belongs at this point. Set this down here-ish to line up with this. And give me a smart splitter lined up with this. That'll give us the limiters. Tell it what I want out of it once I get close enough to talk to it. Any is fine. Give me AI, that thing. Should start throwing stuff in there, right? And then if I had a basic splitter here, I could do a couple of things. Maybe here would be great. So, A, put that down. B, give me one of these going that way. And give me... Oh, I need a... What are these about? This is all just... That's a merger, right? You know, just give it... I'll just make a new one. If I threw this down, this should all go into the sorting system at some point. So if we just go... like this... Throw that right there. That'll throw some of these things into the system. This one, though, can go over here like... Let's see if this lines up nicely. I don't know if it will. Good enough. And then why is this a thing? This we're going to make the rods. That one. Drop in stuff. We'll just kick this up and see what happens over time. Plug it in. And this has no output at all, right? So, but I do have sorta. If I'm trying to think if I can make this work. Give me this and go. Oh, there's just no good way, is there? Let's put this there to start. Yeah, we've run out of mergers of any use. Throw one of these there. This, and throw one of these there, but up. So it looks like it's lining up. Is that... Try that and see if I'm right. Is that gonna work? There they go. So that's our rods. So I don't know what we need rods for, but we have them now. 15 and 10 stator production is a third of this thing. 25 against 15. Yeah, this is probably a little too overclocked. There's no point. 12 a minute, which is half of... Go ahead and just give me all of those. We'll let it run at real time. Need 6 a minute, we're getting that. It'll back up, and otherwise just go store AI limiters for whatever the hell it's making, stators. This one's making rotors. Why are we out of wire? What broke? We should have lots of wire coming in. I can't imagine why we'd be out.
Which kind of wire?
The basic kind that's down here. And I don't know if it's just other stuff got in front of it or if something actually broke about it. This is on. It's gotta be on. And it's go? Yeah, it's... I don't know why the hell we're out of wire. We just are. It's weird. We should be producing enough that that's not an issue. It must just be getting stuck in the system that slows things down. Yeah, it should be... Where was that? That was... These. What the hell are we out of... Have some wire. I can't imagine what the hell we just did to make that happen.
I don't know, I'm following the little trail.
It's happening. We're making it real fast. It's going where it goes. It's coming out of where it goes.
Yeah.
That might be our... I see it. It's right there. It's coming. It's from down there. It's just there's...
all the way around.
It's just that there's other stuff going on and it's like slowed down as a result. It's not working. It's just a little slow because there's competition, basically. Okay, let me keep an eye on this incoming wire at this point and see if we're using it up faster than we're getting it in here. We might be. Hang on a sec. We're using it up. It's not a production issue, it's a transportation issue. It's just, there's so much other stuff on these lines that it's not getting in here as quickly as we'd like it to.
That was neat.
What?
For a moment, as the light source in the sky moved, there was this one little strip of light through the shadow under here because of the way things are arranged.
Right. Anyway, we might run out of wire now and then, but it will refill itself. It can't not do that. It'll just it might interrupt. It'll slow things down, but not in a way that breaks anything. It'll just be slow. It's fine. The whole thing, where even is that here? We don't need these. I can't think what they're good for. That's kind of where, I mean, if we were doing nuclear stuff, I suppose, but we're not.
Like control rods?
Yeah, I mean, we can use them along with, like, plutonium, uranium. We're not doing that. We can make field generators if we had... Yeah. How do you do... We're not making those. Oh, that's easy.
Alternate supercomputer.
Yeah, but this is really easy. We can just do this.
Oh.
We have those two things in abundance. We could set what assembler. Let me see. Do we have steel beams? Is that what those are? We have the pipes. Yeah, no. I thought we had beams happening here somewhere. I'm trying to think why. It's not that. That. It's it. No. Whoa, what the hell? We need iron plates, apparently. Reinforced iron plates. What the hell are we using? I thought we... Let me check. Maybe I'm wrong. Hang on. We have steel beams going into the system. I don't know why at this point. But that's absolutely a thing that we have handy if we want to... I guess I can just check the smart splitters. see if anything gives me a hint. I just don't know where the hell they're going. It's not... I don't even have to check them. I can just look at the lines. What's that one do? Reinforced iron plate, which for some reason we're low on. We got to talk about that. That's wire. That's rubber. I don't know what that... Wire. Pipes. Why in hell are steel beams in the system if they're not doing any... Wait, what's this? I thought that was ingots. What are you making that you're probably not making? Screws. Yeah, no, that's a thing we want. Okay. And if we want... I just forgot what the hell they are. The, some kind of is it a frame thing, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, we have so many damn frames.
Versatile? Something?
Yeah, probably. Okay. So if this is beams and we have those those frames, that's fine. That ought to be pretty easy. That one's the beams, right? Give me one of these just to lift this out of here and we'll go somewhere with it. What are you connecting to? Oh, probably that. Give me an assembler and we'll just throw this somewhere. Maybe here. Doesn't really matter that much where, as long as this all works out. Let me think. Yeah, I'll find a place for it. Throw that, put that about there. Actually, put it... What are you doing? Go this way. Put this in like this, and I'll pick it up from having done that. Plug it into something. We're running out of poles again. Oh, that one's actually empty. Well, it's not empty, but it works. Make versatile frames so I don't forget what we're making. And, we'll pick up the output because that's always good. That needs this thing. Which, I don't know if I can reach that. Can I get all the way over there, or do I have to plant this somewhere first? Yeah, it's not going to fit. If this were... Where is it? If that were there but up... Now it kind of goes through that box, but whatever. At some point you have to give up on it ever working correct. It doesn't really affect anything. Which means I can probably, well, whatever. Go that way with it. Now we just need those frames, which are happening somewhere right here, maybe? No, this is... Yeah, that's that. That? Yeah. And that gives me that. Okay, let's just take this out. Let's not just... Well, yeah, let's take that out, because I'm not going to be able to reach. Put this... Put that there. And just go... Yeah, that's stupid looking. Give me... Does that look like it means to do something good? Do that. It's happening. I've used up my mergers, but I can make a merger, so whatever. Throw that there, throw that into it, and go down to the ground with it. It's still messy, but it works. Take that to the output, and then we just have that happen. And then we can talk about throwing these into these. Because that's just that. But we'd have to basically let the stuff cycle through and then do it. That's an assembly. Well, let's just do that real quick. It will work out if I can find a spot to make this happen. I'm pretty sure I can. If I had an assembler, it can just be right here. Fine. You'll see. That's messy, but it works. Give me a merger, which is, I just saw one. That one. Throw that into... That's all output, so that works. Does it work? Let me see if I can get... Let me get that later. Pull this out, go near this. About like that. merger, I think. It was on the line. Maybe. Maybe not. It goes there. I don't doubt that. Does that fits? Okay. This is gonna make those things. Needs power. Probably needs these, because why not? Power. Power that. I can always just add a line these days to somewhere. And with that done, I just need to hook up a couple of these looking like this. It'll make sense as I get it done. Wait, is that going up? What the hell? It's gotta be right. Okay, yeah. Throw this out the back going that way. Yeah. Oh, it's not working. And this can go straight. Makes more sense for now. What do I need for this? Versatile and electromagnetic. Okay. So, give me versatile, that one, and electromagnetic, and patch that one to there, and this one to there. That, I don't care how quickly it makes these, I just want 2 of each. That would go out and go in. Okay, so now I just need both. Do we have, I hope we have slots for that. I hadn't thought of it. The 2 things I'm counting on. Let me go find them. Hang on. There's control rods to the right. You want to find versatile frame, whatever the hell?
Yeah, I assume it's going to be way down
I don't,
there.
it's going to be somewhere probably alphabetically under V unless we didn't do it, but
Yeah, there are...
assuming we did, it's going to be down there somewhere.
There are a couple of things that are oddly missing. So.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we're very... Wait, I went past what I want. It should be this one, right?
Yeah, versatile framework.
Yeah, but I mean, I have to be sure it's the right... There's no thing on the top of this. Oh, we might have more than I thought then. We have that many. Whatever. So it's that. Go down to where I would plug this into this, which I think is that. And since we're making like 2 at once, one of them should come out this thing. Where's the versatile thing? Do you know?
It is third from the end on the left.
It's either west or east. Not this, because that's a wire. Must be here. It's probably this. Let's find out. Yeah. And then one of the 2 ought to go in there, this thing. It'll slowly work, but as long as it works at all, it'll eventually work out, I think, probably. Sound right? I don't know. Let me get back to where I'm doing this. Nothing yet. It should be producing what we want, though. This is happening, right? Oh, it's motors, so it doesn't matter if it's happening. Where's what? This was... this was... Damn it, I'm dying. This is what we're trying to do. That is making what we need for that. We could almost just throw it out the back and make that happen, but it is happening slowly. Maybe I should kick this up. We're pretty... Well, stators could be more full. 8 per minute is just going to be slow. It's fine, it can be. And then where are we making the other thing now? That's motors still. We need more stators somehow. Where's stators at? Is this that's as fast as that gets. It's not up to... It's the wire issue a little. Okay. We'll figure that out sometime. What was it, this? It must be. Yeah, that's making 10 a minute that have to go through the system before they get anywhere. That's not still what I want. That's not what I want. This is what I want. What the hell is it doing? I can't imagine this isn't working. They're just not here yet. Let me Let me try something. Let me throw in, now that I know what I need. I'm just going to prime this a bit and see what happens to us. Give me, those, and give me those. And throw those both in here so they just take off. Well, kinda. We'll see if this gets up to where... If not, there's a flaw in the system. And I need to know about that if it's the case. That's this guy. Yeah, it's happening. It's just slow. It'll be fine. We're out of time, by the way.
Oh, okay.
But we got that done. I mean, added a few more... Where the hell am I going? Added a few more, Oh, how are we looking on concrete? I don't know, because I see it. It might be becoming an issue by now. These stacked to 500, so they're a little slower to move, but they do happen. There's no doubt about that. So, 3.5 more boxes at a rate of... It's just kind of counting up, so we'll see over time what happens. I'll get it off camera. It'll eventually jam up. I'll throw it in the get rid of it sorter thingy, and that'll be that. The floor. This can go away from me now. And everything else I don't really need at the moment. Motors are just getting burned. We have so many. That's, incidentally... Wire shouldn't really be in this thing. I guess I probably just did that. I don't know. I didn't really look at what I clicked on. We should be getting enough wire. It's just... It's not that we don't have the wire being made. It's that it's not getting in there quickly enough. What did I almost not see? You're doing well on these, right? Mm-hmm. You're just doing this kind of manually.
Yeah, I need to sort of keep track and...
I didn't know you were using quick wire, or I might not have shut it down, so apparently we need that.
Yeah.
It's back on now. It doesn't matter. This is only making sheeting to make limiters, so that's going well for it. Yeah, we're fine. We're good. All right. Well, yeah, we're out of time. We're going to go. I'm going to find something like a Ludens. You can like and subscribe and discover the vast difference between producing enough and moving it quickly enough. There's quick wire. It's similar to wire, but different. They're really about the same for us now because all the alternative ways of making stuff, it's all about the same, except not this time. Click the stupid bell for notifications, and we'll see you next time. Bye.